Fabs, it's getting down to the wire. I'm looking at your list here. For your QB starts of the week, you have a guy on the list that was phenomenal actually on Sunday for fantasy, and he's once again in the game with the highest game total of the week at SI Sportsbook.
And that's Trevor Lawrence, who he had a coming-of-age game last week, right, against the Ravens. Looked tremendous, had that last-minute drive and the two-point conversion. He was great. And he scored 19-plus points in 2 straight games now. He's got Detroit this week. They have given up 24-plus fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks in 3 of their last 4 games. So Trevor Lawrence is a very good play this week if you need help at quarterback. And then how about Jimmy Garoppolo? Now, I get it. Last week, he wasn't great, but he has thrown multiple touchdown passes in all but 2 of his last 7 games. And he's got the Dolphins this week. And I think this could be a shootout. I think this could really be a high-scoring game, and Miami's defense has allowed the 3rd most fantasy points to quarterbacks in all. 5 signal callers have beaten them for 18-plus points. Start Jimmy Garoppolo.
For your quarterback sits this week, you're sitting Kirk Cousins, despite his phenomenal performance on Thanksgiving Day, which I'm still a little bit upset about because I got beat in my Turkey Day Bowl at the last minute because of Kirk Cousins. I was leading. But anyway, we're sitting Kirk Cousins this week, and also you say you're just done with Russ.
Yeah, I'm done. Listen, he's still a big name, and people may be starting him. I don't know why. He's been terrible. He's got 8 touchdown passes, folks. We're going into week 13. He's terrible. And you look at his numbers, he's had 2 good games all year. I don't know what's going on in Denver, but I do know one thing. They're not scoring any fantasy points. So Russell Wilson against the Ravens on the road, no thank you. I mean, at this point, Jen, even if you're in a 2 QB league, you're thinking about benching Russell Wilson. And you mentioned Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins did something last week he typically doesn't do. He had a good game in prime time. This week, not in prime time, playing the Jets. The men in green, their defense is really good. They've allowed only 1 quarterback, Josh Allen, to score more than 12.3 fantasy points against them since week 4. So if you start Kirk Cousins, temper your expectations, but I think there are better options out there. Maybe the quarterback he's facing in that game.